Greetings, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette, and this is my channel, Evolve with Monette. I'm so happy to share some energy with you today and having you join me. I'm going to jump right into this. For those of you that are new here, I'm a professional intuitive empath, and today I want to talk about Taurus and karmics and what to expect if you're expecting no what to expect if your distorted or divine counterpart has chosen a Taurus sun sign as the karmic partner, third party interference in your relationship. I have another video here about a scorpionic karmic, and that was my experience. So let's talk about some things here. So if we're reading tarot, the sign or the cards associated with Taurus are the Hierophant, as well as, which is about marriage, tradition, conformity, structure, unconventional or conventional, the Knight of Pentacles. And I've pulled the Taurus through the deck so that way you guys we can really kind of break it down. So if you're dealing with a karmic that's a Taurus, we're talking about the lower vibrational aspect of Taurus. So Taurus can be very avaricious, meaning gold digging or money hungry, okay? Taurus likes nice things and like sensuality. I'm not knocking Tauruses, guys. I have a moon in Taurus. It very much, it's why I have this on. It's why I like nice things. It's why I like the sparkle and bling. It is totally that Taurus energy in me that likes like a nice home and likes the best of everything and good sheets. That's my Taurian energy. So trust me, there is no hate here, but I understand the need to acquire. Taurus is the sign of I have. So if your partner is dealing with a karmic who is a Taurus, what they're going to be dealing with is potentially them bleeding them, if they can, of financial resources or emotional resources, okay? So let's talk about this. This is the card of the Hierophant, which is the Pope, essentially, right? So this is tradition, this is marriage, this is union. So this person will want full access to your life. This is reminding me of August Alsina saying, I had the keys to your house, in that song he just put out, Entanglement, about his affair with Jada. So that's the energy of a Taurus karmic. They want to be fully integrated into your home and into your life. They also may have a bit of piety there. So for your divine counterpart, there may be some either religious aspects or differences that are going on in your relationship, and this union with this karmic may seem more fitting or ideal for the caste system that whatever society you're in ascribes to. And so there may be some underlying issues. It also could deal with things having perhaps being of a different race or ethnicity when this comes up in a reversal energy. Now this next card is a beautiful depiction of the growth that we take in marriage. It's a stairway and a happy man enjoying himself, and as we ascend the stairway, we're getting to the tree, and this is indicative of the family tree. So if a karmic comes in and they are playing in your relationship, a Taurus karmic, it could disrupt your family structure, and they may very well believe that this person is in fact their counterpart and they want to disrupt that. So if you've dealt with the Taurus energy, please know that that's what that's about. They want to be you, divine feminine, divine masculine. They study you, and they put a lot of energy into it. This next card is powerful to me. This is from the Light Seers Tarot, and here's what you notice. They want full and total control, and they do it through things, okay? So we notice here the things. We also notice the whip in his hand. We understand the kind of submissive energy and a demonic energy here, as one of these entities has a actual tail that is not human. So what we're seeing here is that they want full control. Tauruses are very possessive. They're a fixed sign like Leo, and they're very possessive, and they need to have total control. That means that the person that you are familiar with may not seem to be the person that you knew when you got into the relationship, and they will relinquish to the karmic, at least for a while, as part of their soul lesson, the control in the relationship. So the marriage that you felt like you had, that family tree starts to disintegrate as that Taurus comes in, and you need to understand how to combat that. The way that you win with a Taurus is to kind of wait them out. Here's the thing about it. It's not that you're going to say, I'm going to hold on forever and be in this relationship until they leave, but Tauruses love an argument. So if you notice that your divine counterpart starts to argue with you more, what I want you to understand is where that's coming from. Especially if it was not in their nature prior to. That is a direct, for lower vibrational Tauruses, they love that sparring. They love that emotional tete-a-tete. It's very important to them. Now we go to the Knight of Pentacles, also associated with Taurus because of the money. Tauruses love stability, money, earth, and finances. Let's talk about these cards one at a time. Knight of Pentacles. Here's that fighting spirit of the Taurus. This knight armed with a sword. Heavy solar plexus energy here in this card with all the yellow. And this indicates that the karmic may be full of ego and gumption and really sure that they are the right divine counterpart. So this is what you're dealing with if you're dealing with a karmic who's a Taurus, okay? This is another thing that I think is fascinating. Knight of Pentacles in the deck is one of the slowest moving knights. That's what you'll hear readers describe it as. This shows a Taurus energy here riding in on this huge squirrel with the pentacles and an acorn flag instead of a sword. She's armed with the shield. She loves the money, and so you may be dealing with someone who's a gold digger that may be siphoning funds from because what do squirrels do? They hide their acorns, right? So this is not about the squirrel as a Taurus energy, but any reader is always going to pick up the imagery in the card. This is very important here because what will happen is this is something that may slowly build over time. So I want you to pay attention because it may be something building right under your nose that you're not aware of. And that's what you need to know about that Taurus energy. It can be very slow, very deliberate. They will be appealing to your partner's sensibilities, as Taurus is a sign of sensuality. So all 5 of those senses will be worked in order for the seduction to be complete. And so that's something to pay attention to and to know. So you want to know where your person has a weakness in order to understand what may be happening. I will be making another video about how to win when you're in this situation, or the best strategy for coming out mostly unscathed, because we don't always win in the way that we think we will in these situations. Sometimes the best win, and I'm going to just say it always for me, is to abandon ship. You win when you take your power back. I don't even know if there's another video necessary. It's that simple, and it'll be that simple for every sign. But that's something I wanted to share with you. Now this, guys, this is the one that's the most insidious. This Knight of Pentacles, perfect depiction. As he's walking, he is dropping these seeds, these coins, these pentacles, this energy into the earth from whence it came. And what I will tell you about this is breadcrumbing. This is what you might notice happening in your relationship, where your partner that was once juicy and available and loving starts giving you little tiny pieces at a time. And you start to think, where did my partner go? Why is everything slowing down in our relationship? This guy is barefoot. He's on a stroll. He's living his best life. The horse is not even at a trot. He's at like a mini, like they're living their best life. They're in no hurry. This means that you may be in for a longer term battle with a karmic, because Taurus takes their time. They're very slow. So this might develop slowly. It might take a while to get information out of your divine or distorted counterpart. You will notice that they are breadcrumbing you. You will start to have questions. These 2 energies in the deck depict how it works with a karmic, or how, some of the things you might notice with a karmic Taurus. They will be stubborn, and they will also be incredibly onerous. So they will feel as if they have a right to your divine counterpart or distorted counterpart, and they will really try to build a home sweet home with them, because Taurus loves home, they love nurture, they love stability. Some of the biggest fights that will happen with a karmic as a Taurus karmic is about staying the night. Interestingly enough, this is feedback and data that I've gathered after years of working with people, so this is not just like my assumptions about it. This is what I have noticed for a fact. I have somehow become an anthropologist of human behavior here. I'm not an anthropologist, guys, but it's been fascinating for me doing this work, because I'm like, oh, there really are patterns. And if we understand the patterns, we know what we're up against. The end game with any karmic is that you are supposed to realize how worthy you are and what your value is. So the way you win is to pull away from the toxic situation. But if you decide to stay and play, know that what you're dealing with is a long line of both you and your partner feeling subservient to an outside energy. And you have to ask yourself how much you want that. How much you want that. If you're in a full marriage and there's papers and the whole thing is all legit, you do have to consider this would be that traditional situation. This is another thing to understand if the karmic is a Taurus, that it could involve a same-sex relationship, because Taurus, this sign, the Hierophant specifically, deals with conventional or unconventional relationships. So this could be a polyamorous relationship. Remember I said they want to be involved. So they could want to be an actual sister wife. They could want to be part of your life, okay? It would be something that society usually would frown upon or say, especially for America. You know how America is incredibly prudent. And I feel like versus a European way of life where there are, ancillary, couples and third parties and all of that, and it's handled much differently. What I can tell here is that in this situation, this karmic may want very much to be in an unconventional situation. So if you're dating a guy and you're in a heterosexual relationship, you may find out that he might be bisexual with a karmic. See, there are little twists and turns. Or a girl, same. So flip that and reverse it however you need to. Those are some of the things that you need to know that you'll be dealing with. Money issues will be huge. Time spent invested, because Taurus loves family time, cooking, all of that stuff. Even if you're getting small challenges from your partner about your cooking, it's because you're dealing with a Taurus karmic. If you know for a fact that they're Taurus, that is not generally a rule, but Taurus love all of the pleasures, food, music. They may even tell you like, oh, we don't go to the opera, we don't see a play, or we listen to this really great album, if they're in the way of kind of communicating what they're doing. But those are some of the things that are happening. What they're doing, a Taurus karmic is seducing through the senses, okay? And that's how they will invade your relationship. But it will be a lot of intense energy sewn in, and that breadcrumbing. Pay attention for that. If you're getting that, and you understand that the Taurus is involved, that's coming because they are demanding and insisting to have a family a stabilized family structure. Just a heads up about that, okay, guys? All right, thank you for joining me. It's so good to share some energy with you. Leave your comments below if your karmic was a Taurus. Love to hear your stories. That's how we heal. All right, join me next time, and we'll continue to evolve together.